Okay, so we just got back from a overnight backpacking trip in Uwharrie National Forest, and I thought before I unpacked my pack I would kind of just go through here everything that I took for what was supposed to be 2 nights, but ended up just doing one night because it was really hot. So I have my pack here, haven't touched anything, taken anything out. So it's time. So my first backpacking trip was actually in Uwharrie National Forest maybe 8 years ago. My first pack was an 80-liter Kelty that I had packed to the brim with multiple changes of clothes and just a lot of things I didn't need, and it was a very daunting trip. Things have improved since then, and I've had several different backpacks. This is my second time using the REI Flash 55. I used it one night at Grayson Highlands and it was super uncomfortable. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. I got it on sale at an REI garage sale in Texas in March for about $115, $119, something like that. But it's a size medium. I didn't bother getting anything measured as far as my torso. Turns out I really am a small for this pack, with my torso being 16. The lowest this goes is to 17. So, but the small was just very uncomfortable. I knew that wasn't going to work either. So anyway, I took this pack, retried it, and it worked great. So let's get to it. So it has really, I love this pack because it has really great pockets on the sides. And even back here is where you can easily reach your water bottle while you're hiking. I used to have like straps on the shoulders for my other packs for my water, my phone, anything that I'm using to film or take pictures. And this, I don't need that kind of stuff anymore with this pack. So on the outside, it's got a little clip here, and a lot of stuff picked in, like a little REI pack towel, a Marmot Precip rain jacket that I've had for years. I had to re-waterproof that thing last year. This comes with the Flash comes in with a little bag that I still haven't figured out its use, but it works really good for my water system. So I have in here in plastic bag my Sawyer along with the plunger so you can clean it, and then I have a 2-liter Knock bag. This thing is awesome. Steve carries in his pack a Be Free and a 3-liter Knock or Canuck, however you say it, bag. But that just kind of keeps everything together. I have in here my Flex Tail Pump Zero with the attachment for my Xtherm and Steve's the pincer. And I forgot to take out the other pump that we used to have, which is a little more cumbersome to use. This you can just stick on the pad and walk away, where the other one you can't. You kind of have to hold it in place. Not that we were going to need it for this trip, but I always carry gloves and a beanie. It was going to be really warm, but I have a tendency to be cold, and I don't take chances. And then I also have a buff, just in case I need to put it around as a neck gaiter, headband, whatever. It's just multi-purpose, and I always have one. And I also have my little REI Active Pursuits cap. It's really super light, and I will tell you from my trip in California, it dries really fast. It was really hot and I really didn't want it to dry fast. I kept wetting this to keep myself cool, and it just dried off immediately. So that is that. As you can see, I have my Crocs attached to the bottom. They're just my camp shoes. I either use Teva's or Crocs. On this outside pocket here, I have stuffed really tight in here. This is, usually we use Polycro, but I tore the last one on another trip and we just didn't buy any, and this is our old Tyvek footprint for the tent. It's a little obviously heavier than polycro, but it is what it is. Got my little thermometer here. Works terrible when it's in direct sun, but it does really good for checking what the temperatures were, how low they got. The outside pocket here I would have kept, which I did take out, an Nalgene, which I usually do not carry, but we knew water was probably going to be pretty scarce, and just had an extra Nalgene on that side. And then in the water bottle pockets, I had a Smart Water bottle here, and then another bottle here. This little strap, I was actually going to take the shield off because it's too small to fit in my phone, but it actually fits the DJI Pocket 2, which I'm using right now. Holds it pretty well. Here I'm free of anything. Usually here I'd have a little strap for my phone case, and then here I'd have another water bottle holder. Got my cooler cloth on that side, and the pockets here are really roomy. Right now I have really big earbuds. Normally I would not carry these, but since it was such a short trip I did, and then a espresso packaroon that I never ate. Pockets are really easy to close and open. And like I said, really roomy. I can fit my phone in here. And here I just have a little bandana just because it was so hot. I just kept wiping sweat off my face. Which I guess we'll take that out because you have to get washed. In the lid, what's in here? Bug spray and some sunscreen. This pack does not come with a rain cover, so I just stole the rain cover from my Jade 63. I have a comb. Here are my other earbuds. These are like wired earbuds. Just kind of always have them in there just in case. And that's all that's in the lid. Usually I bring a Gossamer gear, or really it's not Gossamer gear. It's the same as the Gossamer gear pad, but it's made by Outdoor Vitals. It's like an 8-inch foam pad. And it's really long. I use that as a sit pad, or I use it to lay down, do stretches, whatever. But I didn't bring that this time because I knew I was bringing a chair. But I have an old Thermarest Z-pad that I just cut. And really this is just used as my doormat to lean on. Or if I'm sitting in my chair, I can put this underneath me if it's really cold, and it'll, block the cold or the breeze. Did not need that on this trip for that purpose. It's got a roll top closure. You can see it's a 55-liter pack. This part is waterproof, but the rest of the pack is not, is my understanding. And it's just a big vessel. You can see. So I have my pot in here. This is the Cedar Summit X pot. Folds up really nice. Got 2 mugs in there. Gotta wash that stuff. I have the REI Flex Light chair. This came on a couple of trips, and then I decided it was not worth the pound, and I stopped taking it. But for this trip, it was going to be really warm, and I knew I wasn't going to want to be on the ground, so this came along. Nice a little bit. I have a couple of bags from Through Pack. This would be like our bathroom hygiene kit. It's got our Deuce Estates trowel. I got some wipes in there, some TP, some porta tabs, which are really cool. They're like little dime-sized tabs that you can just put just a little bit of water on, and it will expand. I have some Luca tape just in case we need it. Like I said, little TP, some wipes, the trowel. I just keep in a bag, even though it's only got dirt in it, but I just don't want it touching anything else. Hand sanitizer. And then these porta wipes are super cool. Just put a little water, and then they really will turn into the size of a paper towel that can be used multiple times, for washing your hands if you want. I do need to add some powdered soap to this, but I do always have some of these little Castile soap towelettes for washing up. And my other 3-pack bag has just my personal toiletry stuff, toothbrush, toothpaste, little hairbrush. I do not pack deodorant with me. It's just not the point anymore. Some lip balm, just medicine, my earplugs, awesome earplugs I got from Amazon, and then a Norwex cloth, which works really great. You know, washing your face, just reuse it, wash it. It's antimicrobial. Really nice. In my electronics bag, this is from, I can't think of their name right now, but they will print any picture you want. This is a picture I did from Glacier Lake in Eagle Cap Wilderness. But I have my Nightcore rechargeable headlamp. It works like a champ with some random charging cords, and I have a Anchor power bank that I've had for a really long time that it works awesome, and I hope it stays that way. My sleeping pad is a Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm. It's so comfortable and so warm. I sleep cold. I slept on this pad in like 50, 60 degree temps, and it's still really comfortable, and I've taken it down to the 20s, even the teens probably, and it's kept me really, really warm. So it was overkill for this trip, but I'm okay. It's really comfortable, and I do okay. A lot of these stuff sacks, like the 3-pack, this stuff sack, a lot of the stuff is from Garage Grown Gear, but this is my clothes bag. So I have in here extra pair of socks. I have the 6 Moons design little bag just to keep some dirty clothes in there because my clean clothes are in here. This I never wore because it was too warm, but it's just the REI. It's a heavy grid fleece. It's really nice. And then these are some merino wool, smart wool bottoms, and then just an extra pair of underwear. I have the very old version, the original Outdoor Vitals puffy jacket. It still works pretty good for not really cold temperatures. If you're in the 50s and 60s, it'll be okay. It's got pit zips just in case. But I've had this thing for a while, and it's done pretty well. Our tent is probably the other thing that's just really big, but it's really nice to have the space and be able to bring in all of our gear into the tent instead of leaving it outside. But this is the REI Quarter Dome 3. I don't think they make this tent anymore. It weighs about 4 pounds, 4 ounces is what that says. We've had it for at least 6 years, if not longer. We also have a Durston X Mid 2 that we've used. But it's a 2-person. It's one of the original ones. I don't mind it so much, but it's really better as a 1-person tent. It's a little cozy with 2 people, and we really can't bring our gear in the tent. So I just usually use that if I'm doing something on my own. I have a pair of lightweight rain pants that are from REI. Normally I wouldn't wear them. I would just really keep this if I was really cold, not so much for rain, but if I was really cold and just needed a layer I could easily take off, I would use that. Not that I was going to need that for this trip, but it's just one of the things I always have in my pack. I have my Trekology A-Luft 2.0 pillow. I'd really like to get something that's a little bit bigger that still has the straps, but this will do for now. Usually I'll stuff like my puffy or something underneath just to kind of make it a little higher to sleep more comfortable. And then here is my quilt. I had a sleeping bag from Nemo. It was one of those like spoon shaped ones. It was a 15 degree, and then I have another brand that we've had for a long time, but it's a men's bag. I think it's like a 30-degree bag, which really makes it a 40-degree for women. I just don't like sleeping bags anymore. I like quilts. This is a 0-degree quilt and definitely overkill, but you can open it up, do it like a blanket, and make yourself as warm or cool as you'd like, and it works out just fine. I find myself in sleeping bags just getting myself all mixed up and turned around because I toss and turn a lot. But this packs down pretty small. I have the pad straps in there, and this is a Hammock Gear Econ Burrow. You can see 0-degree. Super comfortable. I love this thing. Steve says I look like a little little worm. All cocooned in there. And looks like that is all that is in the pack. Steve carries the food, unless we're doing like a really big trip. I'll carry usually what we're eating for that day. But overall, when I weighed this, I also have a Lucy lantern on here, which is kind of a waste of weight because it worked for about 10 minutes and then turned off. And that's been my experience with another Lucy lantern as well. They don't really last that long. But with everything, without water, I probably weighed in about 24. But again, I had a lot of heavy stuff that I didn't really need, a lot of luxury stuff I normally wouldn't take. But yeah, so that's what we have for this trip, and that's usually what it looks like. So we'll see if anything changes going forward. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.